This is a happy medium. We're recording this through the Anchor podcasting app, and as if I had to rate it right now, I give it 2 stars.
2 stars? That's not a bad review. Like a bad review is like 1 star.
Well, the software is great. It's just now that we're actually doing an episode, you can hear all these clicking noises
I know.
that cannot be worked around. So that's why before it was getting 5 stars, and now it's because of the quality of our episode has to suffer 2 stars.
Our 2 listeners are going to be upset.
They're really going to be upset. Our 2 listeners are going to turn this off.
Chad's Water is going to pull the advertisement.
We're not going to get a free shipment of Chad's Water.
You know what I liked about his latest ad that he had on some internet thing I was watching was that, you know, his water's got like a yellow tint to it, but he had like not urine written on the bottle. So like, you know, it's not urine. You know what I mean?
He's developing the first COVID vaccine.
You just drink his water.
Yeah.
That's what.
I mean, he claims that he found the solution in the alley where he makes his water. So he's not even telling anybody. He's just going to put it in the water and see if it works.
He claimed he was flown to Walter Reed Hospital to give it to Trump. Yeah, that got him, like, you know, Trump was really not doing good. He wasn't feeling too good, and then they injected some of Chad's water into his veins, and he was like doing backflips and shit. So it's a miracle.
So the reason why we're here, it's the day before the election, the big election, the election of the millennium.
The reason why Jerry had a meltdown prior to us recording because he hates this app is the election.
It's got me all bothered. It's a very stressful time. Yeah. So we got one day. Everybody, all the media, they're already claiming Biden's going to win.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I really don't know what to think. I think if the fix is in, I think Biden's going to win. The
fix? What are you implying?
Well, you got the media, who is clearly on Biden's side. They're censoring certain things and not censoring other things, and so there's a lot of media bias. We're not going to go into the whole. We're not going to give a recap of what's been going on. We're just here to give our predictions.
But
to give
the Twitter like shut down a New York Post article about Hunter, right? That's what happened. Yeah. And other shit like that. Yeah.
So there's that. So when you get the media, you get the banks. The banks are heavily. They're wanting Biden to win. You can tell by the statements they're making, and they're giving everybody, all their employees, off to vote.
It should be a holiday. It should be.
It should be. It is. My kids are off school.
Are they really? But they can't vote.
Yeah. I think it's only because the school is a voting place.
Now that you mentioned it, I know of a similar situation. High school voting place.
Yeah. But that's kind of, so if the parents of these children have to work and their kids are off, so not only do you have to take off work or find a sitter, but like you said, then you also have to work. So if you have kids, it's almost like you have to take off two. It's too much work to do.
It's too much
in terms of sitters, or if you're home with the kids, you got to watch your kids. Like, well, I'm supposed to go vote, even though I guess it only takes shoot. It depends where you're at. It could be an all day thing.
Jerry, your vote, your single vote, is the most important vote ever. Okay, even though that Illinois will be Democrat, no matter how much you vote opposite. If you even vote that way,
I know
your vote matters, right?
Not in this state.
Not in California. No, I mean, in Texas, it goes red. So if you vote Democrat, you're just basically throwing your vote away.
Only about 6 or 7 states it matters.
Swing states, or swingers in those states. You're looking to have sex with multiple couples. You want to go to Ohio, Florida, Pennsylvania. That's where they swing.
So let's just everything I view and ingest in terms of media, I make sure it's the least amount of biased. It doesn't lean heavily on one side. They do their research on both ends. They call out on both ends. Everything up to this point is saying that Biden's going to win in a landslide, and I feel like that is a high possibility. But I feel like Trump is going to do everything he can to steal it for himself.
Steal it how?
Well, I guess if it's close, he's just not gonna give it up. He's not gonna give his. He's gonna pretty much Gore versus Bush versus Gore Part 2, which the media has also been talking about. It's like, if you don't want this stuff to happen, maybe don't write articles about it.
Transfer of power. Yeah.
I just feel like if it's close, Trump's going to drag his feet until the January 20th. He's going to get the Supreme Court involved, which is on the conservative side.
Barrett.
So I just feel like if it's anywhere close, even if it's not close, Trump's going to say it's probably.
Dude, Kavanaugh and Barrett got his fucking back, dude. So, I mean,
yeah, if it goes to the Supreme Court.
But this is not my prediction. I have no clue what's going to happen. I could see it going either way. Okay, so like most people registered and voted early on Facebook. Everyone with their little voter stickers. I was so proud. Look at me, I voted. It's a little clicky, trendy thing to do. Your civic duty. Let's shove it down everyone's throat. Whatever. You're proud you voted. Okay, it's really nobody's fucking business, to be honest with you. It's your personal thing. But we all know that people make politics everybody's business. That's just how we are. I mean, I took a shit. Should I wear a sticker? It's just what you do. But whatever. People are going to get mad at me for saying that. There's 2 listeners, they're wearing their stickers. Sorry. It's just it's annoying. It's like you did your fucking job. Okay. Now you want people to congratulate you for it. Okay. Okay. I voted for Trump. Right. I voted. Okay. They'd be like, fuck you, die. I did vote. Right. I mean, I'm not, I voted for Kanye West. So, but I really believe in him, and I think that he can take this country in the right direction. Kanye, definitely. But here's the thing: okay, so they know. I think they know. They have a pretty good idea who's going to win and what's going on right now. People are getting ready for riots. Okay, so. I mean, I think the white supremacists aren't going to riot. They may blow buildings up because that's what those people do. So I don't know. Walmart's getting rid of all their guns. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be, if you think about it, it might be a good idea for this to be drawn out in terms of that. Well, because everything's building up and has been building up to November 3rd, 2020. And so if there's a winner tonight, or I'm sorry, tomorrow, whenever you're listening
last
to this,
week. If there's a winner last week, because this will be relevant for a couple months probably.
Yeah, if there's a winner on election night, yes, it will blow over into the next day in the upcoming weekend.
Proud Boys will not stand back nor stand by. They will not.
But if it's a drawn out process,
it'll just be ugly though. People will just be at each other's throats. Social media will be insufferable. It's already insufferable. It'll be even more.
It's already insufferable.
Be like, oh yeah, he's cheated. Russian collusion. Chinese. Okay, the Kazakhstan did it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just there's I don't know. I think Biden is senile, man. To be honest with you, I'm ashamed of the Democrats. They had 4 years to get a trailblazing candidate like Barack Obama that would get everybody excited, and instead they got his idiot vice president that nobody gave a shit about ever. He's got a lot of skeletons in his closet. Who's just a fucking old, dirty old man, just like Trump. He's everything they hate.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Trump is a problem from the government's point, from
His heart's in
everybody
the
in the
right
inside
place.
point of view. He's a loose
He's got
he's a loose
narcissistic
cannon.
personality disorder.
He's a bull in a China shop.
He's a
China
hand grabber
shop.
pussy.
He speaks to half the country.
A disturbing half
maybe
of the country.
less.
Let's just be honest.
He calls out everything that is wrong with the government, even though he's the president. He's not. I don't feel like he is the right person to be the president, but you give him like a podcast or you give him his own media network, man, I feel like that's where, because the man clearly makes some good points. He clearly, steps out of bounds, steps over the line. So I mean, this is my point of view.
He's a good entertainer, then, but he shouldn't be president.
He's a good entertainer. Is he the right fit for this? To lead a country, one of a first world
I saw
country?
him do an appearance. I don't know if I mentioned this in one of our other previous podcasts. I know I repeat myself a lot. It's a disorder I have. It's called repeat disorder. I saw him on Howard Stern, and he brought Donnie Jr. and Ivanka on. This was circa 2004, and he comes on, and they're like got a camera, and they're like, "Mr. Trump," and he's like, "Get this out of my face." He's just Mr. Hotshot, They're like, what brought you here? Howard brings me here.
Yeah.
Just like no respect to like the loser intern that's probably like 2019. That's like following him with a camera. If you remember the E show, they'd follow him in, like try to talk to him, and they'd be like ignore him or they say shit. But he goes on, and it's The Apprentice, and he's beefing with Martha Stewart, and he's going on, and him and Howard are talking about fighting with Martha Stewart, and Howard is like talking about how like I change. This is part of his he's starting to change in that direction where he's like, a pussy. People call him a pussy. I don't think he's a pussy, but people call him a pussy. He's not mean anymore. Where he's like, I can forgive people. And Donald straight up was like, I cannot. If someone wrongs me, I cannot forgive them. They are dead to me. It's like the matter of fact. It's just like, that's something wrong with that. Some things are not forgivable. But like, if feuding with Martha Stewart, and he's just like, I can't forgive her. Like, forgive her for what? I mean, this is show business. It's like she was doing her own Apprentice or some shit. I don't really remember. But it was just like, just so fucking petty, man, But yet it's entertaining, but not leader, not presidential. Right. You know what I mean? It's like he's a rascal. He's a character, but he's not presidential.
And then at the same time, you have the machine.
The Biden machine?
I'm just saying you have the go to bed America. Your government is back in control.
Mask up, buddy.
You have Obama, not the president, but the administration 2.0. So you can say some good things, you can say some bad things, but let's just say the political machine wants to get back on track. It needs its war money. It needs its but I was gonna say stock economy, but man, the stock market was doing great until the coronavirus. I don't know. I just feel like the establishment wants they want America to go back to bed, and they want to be back in control. And I don't think they were with Trump.
I'm gonna break it down for you right now. This is what hurts Trump.
Please do.
Okay, and this isn't like so the racism accusations, his affiliations with the white supremacy. A lot of people don't give a shit about that. So what they do give a shit about is his COVID handling. People don't think he handled it very well. And a lot of people, and we live in the area, unfortunately, at least around me, where people like a lot of pretend it doesn't exist. And I think like they do it out of a defense mechanism, but I think they're also like, I've always been that way. This is stupid. I'm not going to wear a mask. I don't have to do what you tell me. And that's really like, honestly, a sign of many things wrong with somebody. When you have a store full of people wearing masks and like one person's like, I don't have to. Like there's something wrong with you. Okay. And Trump perpetuates that behavior. Okay. I got COVID. I'm fine. I'm 74. Yeah. It's all good. Move on with your life. I get that. Okay. When this first happened, I didn't do jack shit. I never left my house. I was freaked out. Now I'm doing shit. and you got to live your life. Okay, I get that, but he's just too about it. And there's people that have died. And everyone's like, oh, that pre-existing conditions. So who gives a shit? It's just like, it's just like there's no empathy there. He has no empathy. He doesn't care about people. Okay, so that's going to really hurt him. His economy apparently was really good. He did really good with the economy, and that's all he cares about because he's a businessman. Is the economy. He doesn't care about people. He doesn't care about deaths. He doesn't care about anything like that. He survived. He did good. Why can't you? That's like his attitude. Narcissism. Okay. Okay, let's move over to the other side. Okay. Kamala Harris, a lot of people really hate her. They don't appreciate what she's done in the past. There's been a lot of accusations about her behavior. I'm not going to, because she's free to do what she wants. You do what you want with your life. You don't have to answer to anybody. People don't like the abortion. She's, they're pro-abortion. I don't know. We don't have to say whether we're pro-abortion or against abortion, but like she's for it, and that like bothers the Trump audience. Okay, so that hurts her. Her voting record and just the stuff she did in California like is a little shady. But who isn't shady? You know what I mean? Yeah. Now Biden
politician,
is more.
right?
He just looks weak, man. I just be honest with you. He looks like a frail, decrepit old man. And if these rumors are true that he does have senility, then this is elder abuse. And they're basically putting him on there to win because he's got the Obama shield. He's affiliated with Obama, who took forever to endorse him, by the way. That says a lot. Obama should have came out right away and endorsed him, but he didn't. And Obama's been quoted as saying he's a fucking idiot, paraphrasing. Like, he doesn't respect Joe, okay? But he's finally, in the 9th hour, has come out and given him that boost. He's going out and he's meeting people. And people care more about Obama than Biden. I mean, it's like he's not even president anymore, So, senility, the Hunter thing, nobody cares about the Hunter thing. They can say Hunter did this, Hunter did that, and then Joe did this, Joe did that. People hate Trump so bad they don't care. It could be a glass of water. It could be a bag of excrement. They'll vote for anything over Trump. Is that enough to win the election? Who knows? But Joe's been in politics for 40 years. And he's done jack shit. And now he's going to change everything. And that's just my honest take, unbiased. No political affiliation. It's like, you've been doing this forever. And you've done nothing of substance. In fact, you do have a racist background of some of the stuff he said. But like, he gets a pass on that for some reason. Because everyone hates Trump so bad. Here's what's going to happen if Trump wins. This is what's going to happen. There's going to be civil unrest. We all know it's going to happen. People are going to be like, I'm not doing 4 more years of this shit. They're going to lose their shit. There's going to be some organized civil unrest that's going to be ready to go. Okay. And then you're going to watch CNN and MSNBC, and they're going to be like, this is Trump's America. This is what you voted for. But it's like, is it? I mean, you know what I mean? Is that a fair? Yeah.
So you're saying if Trump wins,
they're going to burn the cities down, allegedly. People are preparing for it. And then CNN and MSNBC is going to be like, look, Trump's America. He won. This is what happens. But it's like, it's the other people doing it. You know what I mean? And then,
right.
I mean, Fox News is poison. They'll be doing the opposite. But Trump's already set the stage of questioning it with the mail-in ballots. So if he loses it all, he's going to say that his ballots were thrown out. He's going to say there's been collusion or whatever the fuck, do that. I was telling you in our first session that we recorded, he was doing some speech in Michigan, and he was going around just attacking everybody. He opened it up with this big screen, and it was playing like every fuck up Joe Biden's ever did, everything he said, showing that he's got senility. And he's like, this is what's funny. We got stuff that's really sad we won't show you. I mean, he's going for the jugular, man. It was really dark tone. He was attacking Eli and Omar. Just roast. It was like some guy like doing a roast, like a comedy roast. He was going after the governor of Michigan. He's like, shut everything down. She's like a Pritzker. I mean, a really, really, really dark tone. Really dark tone.
It's kind of, it's like you said, from like an entertainment point of view, like a pro wrestling entertainment villain point of view, it's entertaining. But like you said, it's presidential. I don't know. It's something I can't really get behind, but I do.
It's entertaining if you have like nothing invested in this country, and if it just if something bad happens to you, just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, seriously, people who are like, I'm going to leave if he wins, shut up. You didn't do it. Yeah, shut
You said
up.
that last. People said that last
Go over
time.
to Russia and see if you can like have a bunch of TV shows that mock Vladimir Putin. That you would be thrown in jail. I mean, at least you can make fun of the guy here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Right. But then you give Trump 4 years where he doesn't have to worry about re-election,
Oh,
man. There's no telling what could be done, especially with a conservative Supreme Court. You might have a Democratic Senate, so it might just be like the second term of Bush.
well,
Bush won re-election, but the Democrats got the House and the Senate. And a lot of shit went down those last 4 years. So yeah, I think either way, it's. I think my thing is all these celebrities, musicians, there's everything. It's like save democracy, vote for Joe Biden, and it's just like I can't get behind
because
that.
I don't think it's genuine. I think they're just like fitting into like their little clique. Like
It's
we gotta like, we're musicians, so we gotta like be liberal and stuff. I mean, you don't want to be like Ted Nugent. He's like a weirdo, or Kid Rock. I mean, those are the conservative musicians, country people. But I see
yeah,
like, oh, Corey Taylor says that Donald Trump's an idiot. It's like I don't give two fucks what Slipknot guy thinks. Like I don't care. Like shut up and make music. I mean, and if it was every once in a while, but it's just like every day. So and so speaks out. So and so speaks out. I mean, she's got a song, what WAP stands for, man. Like I give a crap what she thinks about politics. You know what I mean? That's just
right.
a way of going after young people, though.
Oh yeah, totally.
Young people like, ooh, Cardi B likes Joe Biden. I like Joe Biden. She interviewed Joe Biden. I mean, it was, it's just basically trapping young people. But young people aren't reliable to vote. They never understand that. Your generation will change everything. Well, they're lazy. Young people are uninspired. And they're not motivated. And they don't see the big picture. And they're not affected by the government yet. I mean, there are like passionate young people, but there's also like, I don't even know the election's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's your
Dude, I don't
what
know.
is your final
I really
prediction?
don't. I don't. I have no
Well, you
clue.
got to
I
give
really don't.
something.
I don't know. I think. Okay.
You have to. You
Based
have to
on
go on the
people
record.
like preparing for disaster, something tells me they know Trump's going to win. But like all the polls say Biden, but Hillary, and they're wrong. So it's going to come down to probably some electoral college bullshit, and everyone's going to dispute it because he didn't win the popular vote. Biden will win the popular vote. I predict that. He'll have all of California. He'll have everyone in Chicago. He'll have all the East Coast. He'll win the popular vote. But then it'll come down to that electoral thing, and the people will be so mad if it doesn't go their way, just like last time. I don't think we'll find out Tuesday night. If we do, great. I kind of want to get it over with. I don't want this dragged on. I wanted to know, let's do what we got to do, get it over with. This is how it's going to be. I don't want some like, February and we're still like, arguing over it.
So where do you think the most civil unrest
It
is
just
going to
depends
come
on who
from?
wins. You mean like who will do the most?
Like which
Well,
side?
if Trump wins, I think a lot of people will be burning shit down and looting. I think there'll be an organized effort. People will be transported into the cities. I think if Trump loses, the Proud Boy douchebag people will be like marching and they'll like blow up government buildings like Timothy McVeigh style possibly. They'll do some sort of domestic terrorism. I mean, they'll storm the Capitol. I don't know. I mean, pick your poison. It's bad either way. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Trump will win, and then nobody will like get mad. But people are going to be so fucking pissed. It'll start off where we're going to protest this, and then it's just going to escalate like it always does. People are going to get a couple bad apples will get in there, and then they'll just start smashing shit. I mean, I think every city's in danger. Why are they preparing for it? Why are they preparing for it? Just in case? Just to be safe?
Yeah, because
I
no one
mean,
knows.
I don't know. It's an ominous sign to me. It means they do know.
So if you had to put money down, I want your final vote, or your final not vote, your final prediction.
This isn't what I want, but I'm feeling Trump, man. I'm feeling him because it's hard to take out a president who's already in office. It's historically hard. Now he does have COVID shit hanging over him, and he does have all his faults and all the dumb shit he says. I don't know, man. I think a lot of people were really upset with, I mean, all those like, the things that happened over the summer, Breonna Taylor and, George Floyd, and everyone got really upset about that. And, people, they took to the streets and they protested and, they're sick of police brutality. They're sick of cops fucking up. I mean, I'm not anti-police, but I mean, a lot of fuck ups happening lately. And is it the media choosing to cover them? I mean, because I think these things happen probably like more than we know. I just think they're choosing to cover them. But I think that middle America saw that. Rural America saw that. I mean, the Antifa people were like, we're coming to your town. I mean, you know, I mean, the baby boomers, the 50 plus
Yeah.
crowd, they're scared. The white 50 plus crowd, I mean, and it's not just white people. There's black, Latino. They don't care for like the civil unrest. I mean, no one likes that, And I think a lot of it was genuine, where people were sick of it and they're speaking their opposition. But I also think a lot of it was funded by outside entities. A lot of it was too organized. There's different kinds of looting. I'm going to raid a liquor store and take a bunch of stuff, and then there's like organized, where we're going to stack bricks and light them on fire. Like, where the fuck did that come from? That's somebody funding this. So I'm saying there's an outside entity that's going to fund this as soon as he takes over, and it's just going to like suck, and you're not going to be able to like go into. Maybe not. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But there's probably going to be like people fighting at the Capitol or outside the White House, like tomorrow night. The Black Lives Matter crews will show up. The Antifa crews will show up, and then the Proud Boys and the militias will show up. And it just will be a place that I would never want to be. Tensions will be so high. And they'll just start fighting when it's called. I mean, this is horrible. Am I being dramatic? Here?
No, I think everybody is not, I wouldn't say scared, just everybody isn't sure what's going to happen and they're thinking the
This
worst.
is how I feel real quick, is if you are a fan of Trump's policies, and if you're a fan of what he's done for the economy, and if you're a fan of just him being like, fuck you to the other countries and America first and nationalism, and you agree with that, would you agree that like it would just be peaceful to get rid of him though? I mean, just so people like don't freak out, right? I don't know.
Yeah. It's I don't know. So you're
that's
going.
what I'm feeling.
You're saying
but I'm
Trump.
always wrong. I've been wrong my whole life.
Trump with like he's going to extend this out and going to get help from the Supreme Court.
I think Trump has it in the bag
Trump
already,
like
man,
wins
because
tonight.
they're prepared for chaos. That tells me that he's in the bag. Okay, and the fucking polls were wrong, man. With Hillary Clinton, everyone thought Hillary was going to win, and everyone's crying, literally crying, because they were so shocked. Okay, guess what? I could go. Who are you polling?
Mm-hmm.
Who are these people? You're polling people that like are they informed? Are they even voting? Like, what's their demographic? You're polling 8 people, so like 80%. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what states? What cities? What locations? It's not accurate. I mean, but to think about it, though, if they are lying, it'd be stupid to lie, because then people are like, I don't have to vote. Joe's gonna win. So why would they lie? I don't know.
I think that
Okay.
Biden will win. I think he's going to have the electoral votes. I think it's going to come down to Biden's going to have the electoral votes on election night. The popular vote will be closer, and Trump will contest it for weeks and months. He will want all the ballots collected, counted, and will not succeed until
He's going to have to at some
maybe
point.
January 19th. He's going to try to get this. Or he might just keep fighting, try to bring the Supreme Court into this and steal the election like Bush did. So when I say Biden's going to win, if it goes that far, no, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with Biden's going to win. Biden will be in office January 20th. And the more I talk about it, the more I just
think, okay, you got people who are, I'm a Democrat, I'm liberal, I favor socialism. Then you got people that I'm conservative, I'm Bible Belt, I'm nationalism or whatever, so they're gonna like vote that no matter what. But like, I think a lot of people saw Joe as weak, man. To be honest with you, just will you shut up, man? And they try to make him look cool on SNL with Jim Carrey, and it's just pathetic. It's pathetic. It's going to be Kamala. She's going to be the president. Joe, if Joe's elected, something's going to quote unquote happen, and she's going to be the president. And then people are going to lose their fucking minds because
he's going to get the virus.
A person of color is in the White House again. They're going to lose their shit. And that's a woman. Oh no. You don't see rednecks. Rednecks never say they'll leave the country.
Yep.
They never like, oh, I'm leaving my holler.
That's why I think less damage will be done.
That's what I mean.
If Biden wins too. Civil unrest. I think there's not going to be so much. I should take that back. I don't think it'll be as organized, like in terms of riots, but I think there will be maybe some just one-off, just a lot of just crime.
Well,
I don't know. I see less of a group and more of just
they're all like redneck
like a mass
idiots.
group.
I don't know how organized
like
they
small
really are.
Group.
But I can see like someone putting like a car bomb outside, like I don't know. That's just shit they do. They blow shit up. I mean, the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski, not Ted Kaczynski. Who's the guy who blew up the fucking government building when we were like kids? Timothy McVeigh, like those people, fucking extremist, anti-government people,
Timothy McVeigh,
and they won't wear masks. They won't, I don't like masks. I fucking hate masks. But at this point, there's something wrong with you if you like refuse to wear one. You don't have to wear one, fine. You refuse, something wrong with you. And it's a whole ideology, a whole belief system. It's either you.
If Biden wins, there might be more extended, like I said, just crime, shootings. Maybe if anybody has a Biden sticker or something, you get these Trump.
Yeah.
Trump definitely has an audience. And so if he's smart, if he avoids jail,
he's not going to jail. Guys,
he should start his own media network or podcast.
That's just how life is. People need to get over it. Guys like that don't go to jail.
But if he does, then he's just going to spew more hate, and I think either way we're in trouble. But if Trump does win again, it should be that meme. There will be probably a week or two of this
think
mass
of the
destruction
media. Think of the media
of these cities. I think it'll be that Grand Theft. Oh, one more. They'll be like Grand Theft Auto meme. Oh shit, here we go again.
Think of the media though.
Like we've been living for 4 years. We got another 4 years. The media's gonna go. Hey, you know what? I feel like these media are all for Joe. You don't think secretly they want Trump to win? My God, if Biden wins, you're not going to hear
about Colbert.
There's going to be
Colbert
nothing to talk about.
All he does is talk about Trump. It's like, what would his show be like without that?
Yeah,
he's going to talk about how great Biden is. I mean, come on.
Right.
Yeah.
Trump is ratings.
That's the only
He's
thing.
ratings.
That's the
he's
only thing
clicks.
people ever talk
He's
about SNL
so
is like
it's
the
just
Trump stuff.
I find
no
it
one talks about anything else.
right. Civil unrest is people like you said. Social media is going to blow up. Don't you think they love the Silicon Valley people? They love that engagement. They're not going to be much engagement when everything's back to normal. I should say government back to normal. Sleepy Joe, you ain't gonna say anything.
He was saying in
I
that
don't know.
rally though that Joe's gonna lock us down hard. It was like fear based. Like, did Joe ever say he's gonna lock down the country because of the virus? He's just like making shit up. He's just like doing like.
No, I think he just said something about
the
mask mandate.
That's a little too.
He said something about that.
I wear a mask and I sleep in my bed.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe's just doing what he's told. I mean, Joe's doing what he's told.
Yeah. So there's yeah, and there's stuff we can get into after the the directions it could go from here, but we'll get into that if there is. We'll have a post-election show at some point. Are you who are you gonna watch
Probably
tomorrow?
like Facebook Live.
What source?
Yeah, I guess what source, right? I don't know.
Facebook Live.
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Like what network?
They're all poison, so it's just which poison do you want? I mean,
did you hear that Joe Rogan's having an election coverage special with you didn't hear about this? Who's on it? Tim Dillon, someone else. Who was it? And Alex Jones.
God, of course he did.
Because he invited himself on.
I did. He like gets high and he's like fucking.
Did you not watch the Joe Rogan Alex Jones special?
I think he's acting though.
Yeah. Oh, can I stop by? He even called him out. He's like, you pretty much invited yourself on. Here, I'll play right now if you can hear it.
On election night, we're gonna get hammered, right? Mm-hmm. Election night, I'm getting hammered. Well, I'm gonna pop in. You can pop in. But we've told everybody now that we're doing a lot. No, we're not. Kyle Kalinske, Tim Dillon, me, Alex Jones gonna pop in live. It's gonna be fun. Live. So while you're watching the world burn, live. Yeah. George Washington. Well, on election night, we're gonna hammer, right? Mm-hmm.
Well, he's got that famous meme where it's like,
we're gonna hammer.
He's like, I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little retarded right now. Like, when he smokes weed, you seen that? He starts like flipping out, and Joe's like, stop, like stop, like chill out, man. I think he's acting. I think he's a fucking actor. I've run across guys like that in radio. It's all just like they just act.
Well, at the end, did you watch the whole thing? At the end of the episode, he kind of broke down, saying he no, at 3 hours, at like the end of it, he was like kind of breaking down. He's like, I have issues. I need to get better.
I was not going to sit
like, you need to be healthy, man.
Jones being high like Rambo.
Anyway.
I mean.
Anyway, I need to wrap this up because another ad
for Anchor. Thanks for the quality product. If you want to have a product where your co-host flips out before you record, Anchor. Try Anchor. And then after that, have a nice cold glass of yellow but not urine, Chad's water. Chad's water. Get it in alleyways everywhere. There you go. Are you registered to vote too?
It cures coronavirus. Allegedly. Oh man, I guess we should have done a happy medium endorsement to our 2 listeners, so they could so we can influence them on.
They don't vote. I guarantee you, they don't vote.
They probably already have their mind made up.
And stuff. They can't vote. I know one of them does. It wasn't their fault. It was a misunderstanding, but still, a felony is a felony. You can't really go into that at the voting booth.
All right. Well, you heard it here, folks. We just called the future.
I hope you're right.
Either I will be right or Matt will be right. And I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't feel good with either outcome. And I don't. You are lying to yourself if anybody says that they feel 100% great with their
Oh, you could tell. You could tell that
their
they didn't take him
candidate, their
seriously
vote.
against Hillary, but they're taking him very seriously
There's some,
now. Like they're very, they know it's a possibility he could win. So
yeah.
Just this is why you have bunkers. So
Yeah.
If you were the president, though, final thought.
Yep.
My final.
I got a
Jerry
crawl
Springer,
space.
final thought,
So.
okay? If you were the president and you got elected, there's nationwide civil unrest. Would you reflect at all on yourself? Like, why is everyone mad? Like, they're really mad. It's like they're losers. They're very mean to me. They're very mean to me.
Delusional. All right. Well, this has been a happy medium on Anchor. Sorry. We will. We'll check back in after the. Everybody's so dramatic. The chaos. It's just going to be election night. No, it's not just you. It's people in the media, people in real life. You're not the only one. I've heard that. Oh, you better stock up on your stuff because there's just.
I don't know about that.
Not gonna be able to go to the stores. That's civil unrest everywhere.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad. You just
well,
yourself from people breaking windows and stuff.
Yeah.
They wear a mask. I mean.
Yeah. All right, we'll check back in. Make sure to like, subscribe. I think we have a new anchor.fm/a happy medium. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll switch back to our old service provider.
All right. Later.
We shall see. All right, everybody. Be safe. Bye.